There's supposed to be this is the 49ers edition, but right now Jared is not here. He will be joining us soon, hopefully, to discuss his 49ers. Because as Giant fans, we really don't have an opinion either way about the 49ers, but I wish the 49er fan was here. I will say it like that. So anyway, did you see that game yesterday, Ron? The
No.
49ers. No, you didn't watch a down of it. No.
I was out. I had things I had to do yesterday. No,
Okay.
seriously, I was all over the city yesterday trying to find jackets. I didn't have time. I kept like the box score, but like I was catching the box score, but like I was all
Okay.
over like Midtown yesterday, all over the place.
Who were you pulling for yesterday, if I may ask?
Um,
Yo, what's up, Pete? I see you.
what's up? What's up?
He's a big
How you doing?
boxing head. He said we don't talk enough boxing on here.
Um, nah, I kind of wanted. I'm not gonna even lie. I kind of wanted. I wanted the Packers to win. And not anything is there. It really had no.
No.
I want Aaron Rodgers to win one despite everybody and dip because I know the Packers have kind of been shitty towards him. You know what I mean? They should have let him go when he
Yep.
wanted to go this last season. So you know what I mean, forcing him basically to play, and so I wanted him to win to just despite them, but it is what it is.
I kind of like.
I didn't really have any stake in any of it. And I think that's the problem is like I haven't, you know what I mean. The Ravens aren't in
I'm
it.
gonna
The
hook you up with
Giants aren't.
FanDuel. I'm gonna hook you up. You're gonna start investing more time in this stuff.
Who
You're gonna
me?
start having a stake, yeah. Because I'm caring about games I didn't even think I would care about. I was like, yo, my
There's
fandom goes
games.
completely out the window.
There's games that I care about, but like you know what I'm saying. It's just there's games that I want to watch. Like I kind of wanted to watch the Rams game today, but
That was a good game.
Lisa
They blew it for me.
Lisa wanted to watch Ozark, so we've been watching that today. So and
Canelo versus Charlo.
I was out all day yesterday. Like it was literally left like at 1 o'clock, and then come
You're
home
a
until
titty guy.
9 something. And so like today, it was kind of just like, yo, I'll just hang out with you today. I'll do what you want to do. I gave her day.
Yeah, the wives need Canelo versus Charlo. Who you guys going for?
Canelo.
Canelo. Yeah, me too. That's the only one I know. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know really nothing about boxing, so. But I do like Canelo. I do.
Canelo.
Ron, you're educated in boxing a little bit.
Um, not as like the past year or so.
Okay.
Ever since this like the mockery of like the celebrity fights and stuff, I think it's kind of taken. You know what it is, man? Watching like um what do I want to call it? Like watching like Tyson and like Lennox Lewis and all these fighters and Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah, Pacquiao, all these guys. I feel like after they left, there was nobody that really came up that was just like, yo, like, you know what I mean? To take the reins that made boxing exciting. Canelo is that guy now, but it's just like,
Yeah.
the
Canelo.
boxing, the sport itself is suffering a lot. When you have celebrity fights, like,
And those are the money makers now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Jake Paul and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those are the things that are kind of like the conversation pieces at the water cooler. Like it's a
Yeah.
dead sport at the moment.
Yeah.
It's
It
not.
is.
It's making a mockery of the sport, and
Do
it's
you
making
remember
a
that
mockery
shit?
of somebody like Canelo. What the work Canelo is doing right now is making a mockery of him. I feel like when the
Do you
spotlight
remember
should
that
be on
shit?
Canelo. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. The what was his name? He kind of made a mockery a little bit of the sport. What was Prince Hakeem? What was that guy's
Oh,
name?
Prince Nassim.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Prince Nassim. Like, remember him? He
my
used to
man
come
out
out
there looking bad
dancing.
right now.
Who?
Prince Nassim, he out there looking bad now. He
Oh,
gained
he
mad
is?
weight.
He agreed to a point. Pete? What do you don't agree with?
Yeah, let us know, Pete. I want to know your. I really, really, sincerely want to know your opinions because
You met Pete before?
no, where's he from?
From my job. Bald head guy,
Mm,
kind of short with
nah,
glasses. Nah, like a
not.
minion.
But yeah, I mean, I just think Canelo should be like the face of boxing right now, not Jake Paul. That's basically the gist of it. You know what I mean? Not to get too deep in the weeds. You know, nah, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of there's a lot of coming up boxes that are coming up, and like, you know what I'm saying. There is. It's just, I just feel like those things should be reflected on those boxes and not reflected on the fact that Jake Paul beat up or Frank Gore is out here, fighting. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know who the next, Pernell Whitaker is, or the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. They're good boxers out there. They just not getting them. Exactly. That we agree on that. We agree on that. That's the problem. I don't know these boxers because you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I haven't been like avidly watching in like a couple years. I feel like Floyd Mayweather kind of ruined the boxing.
He did ruin it.
As far as the business side and promotion, like, he's
Yeah,
a great boxer. I just feel like he ruined boxing as a promotional tool.
I agree. The YouTubers, boxing, the fans, they put them there. It's messing up boxing to a point. It's watering it down. It's making like a mockery of it.
You know what it is? The internet ruined everything, man.
Yeah.
Going viral and this whole, like, you know what I'm saying? That I that's what I think. It's like, you know what I mean? YouTubers are more famous than like actual people that actually like worked.
Yep.
Like actors that, you know what I mean? Like, actors work. You just can't just,
Get on.
nobody can become Marlon Brando overnight. Like, you have to work to be a great actor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the arts, like, you have to work, and you know what I mean. So it's like we live in a world where you can go viral within like 12 hours, and then you're famous and you're making money.
I hate when they call the influencer. You're influencing who though? 5-year-olds, bro. You're not influencing me, dude. I'm not checking your channel out.
Well, that's what it is.
What you're doing.
Kids watch shit all fucking day.
It's ridiculous, man. The standards. Like, you're influencing
That's
who?
what you say your son said to you the one day? Yo, Dad, you need to get your merch up.
No, he was like, Dad, you got to get merch. You need more subscribers. I'm like, you're 6 years old. Like, you don't know nothing about that.
I'm like, what you know about merch?
I'm like, hit like and subscribe, share the notification button, all that good stuff. But you don't know nothing about the rest of that shit. I get my subscribers up when I want to get my subscribers up. Maybe I don't want subscribers right now. Maybe I want to be all by myself. Who do you own? You don't know.
Facts. Pete, I fuck with you, Pete. You my guy.
He's our guy. He get, he get under your skin a little bit, but he's a good dude though. Love Pete. Yeah. He get under your skin.
I'm the same way. Obviously, I'm out here getting under people's skin and shit too. So, it is.
I can't believe. Look, we got 49 of colors. Congrats to Jared. Subscribe. What is going on here?
He's not here.
And he's not nowhere to be found. He's MIA right now.
He'll be on.
Best boxer of all time, Mike Tyson.
Yep, exactly. In 2 hours, the fans make you famous. That's a fact, though. For real, it's the internet has ruined. I don't know if it's ruined. I think it's cool that it's made everybody. It's leveled the playing field. But I feel like there's a lot of people there is a lot of people that are talented in the world. So yeah, you know what I mean. It leveled a lot of things out, as far as that. But a lot of people get entertained by stupid shit. That's just like
attention.
Like, why are you famous? It's like we make you know what I mean. Like, remember the D's Nuts guy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Melvin Gray or whatever that dude's name was, and like that dude, like,
I remember.
He got all that money. And like basically he's out here looking like a fucking crackhead now. because it's like people made a mockery of his condition, whatever his condition was, because obviously he was on the spectrum somewhere. But like,
Yeah, something was off, no doubt.
yeah, and like people make a spectacle out of it, and it's like it's on some circus freak shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people make a spectacle out of it. Of course, he gets money from it, but it's like nobody's helping him. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's helping his condition, or you know what I'm saying, like the situation that he's in. They're around him because he's making money.
Oh, what about that? Like even that guy, I don't know what. I think they say he had a relapse though, right? The guy that was singing that time on the highway, the Spanish dude with the long hair with the army jacket. Remember he was singing and he could sing really good. Then he became a radio announcer. No, he had a radio voice, and the guy was like, you know what, man, you make like a good radio guy. And remember he got a top spot at the radio, and then he had like a relapse. Nah,
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali, nah. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it sounds blasphemous and stuff like that. I don't like him. I never liked him. I don't like what he was about. I just didn't like his.
wait, hold
He
on,
got a pass.
hold
He
on,
got a pass.
what?
He got a
What?
pass. I didn't like
Who
it.
did?
Muhammad Ali, bro, big time.
How do you
Big
get a pass?
Big time got a pass, dude. I'm sorry. As a Malcolm X guy, I had my Malcolm X shirt on last episode. What he did to that man was blasphemous, and I never will get over the fact
No.
what happened
Don't
with
do
that
that.
situation.
Don't
I'm
do
sorry.
that. Don't do that.
I
Because
can't.
you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
No,
I just can't.
listen. You're not listening. Listen.
I'm listening.
It's hard to explain. The nuance of the situation is the fact that like people were under a lot of illusions dealing with the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
So Muhammad Ali being like you know what I mean? I guess he was an intellect to a degree, but like he wasn't like a scholar. He wasn't on Malcolm's
Malcolm
level.
X brought him in.
He wasn't even on Elijah Muhammad's level. You know what I'm saying? As far as thinking, or Farrakhan or any of these people, like these people, like they manipulated how people thought. And so when Malcolm figured it out that it was all a sham, he tried to tell people. But what happens when you tell people? It's like going in the hood, right? And you talk to drug dealers like, yo, if you think about it, if you do your life this way instead of selling drugs, your life will be fantastic. What are they gonna tell you? Nigga, fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear that right now.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm trying to make this money.
Right,
It's the same concept. When Malcolm got the truth about what was really going on, and he went to Muhammad Ali. Ali didn't know no better. He didn't know no better. He was just like, nah, you going against the prophet? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, disregarding what Malcolm was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, is he wrong for that? Yeah, but like I think his thinking was shrouded by. You gotta remember, Malcolm X, his little brother Reginald, had mental issues. So Reginald went to school and was in the same class as my grandmother. Malcolm was 2 grades above her.
Right.
And he was in my grandmother's brother's class. So my mom's uncle. So with that being said, Reginald had a mental illness. So the entire family went into the Nation of Islam. So Reginald, having the mental illness that he had that went undiagnosed and all this other shit. This is a true story.
Yes.
Now listen.
Yes.
So Elijah Muhammad, there was a spat between him and Reginald. And Reginald was like, yo, basically he figured it out. Reginald, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how crazy people, like, they get on it faster than everybody else. They're just like, yo, you're fake, you're bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the case may be. Yeah. And so Elijah Muhammad, he made it seem like he had these mystical powers. And he was like, yo, he was like, basically, he's gonna wander the countryside. So the mental illness that he had, I'm not sure what he had. I have to look it up again. He walked from Detroit to Boston because that's how sick he was. But everybody else thought that like Elijah Muhammad,
crazy people strength.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And everybody thought Elijah Muhammad, like, oh, he put the curse on him and like he was banished and he just but no, he was really mentally ill. He was undiagnosed and he
Thank you,
needed to
Pete,
be
for
diagnosed.
watching, brother, and commenting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Pete. Thank you, Pete.
Now you got us on some different shit. Thanks a lot, Pete.
No, but like, no, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So like, the Nation of Islam is like it's a farce at the same time, man. Because like they used a lot of trickery and manipulation to make it seem like they were more powerful than they actually are. It was all built and predicated off of lies.
Yeah, he's
That's
not the
all it is.
honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's despicable
No, no,
Elijah Muhammad.
he 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 raped children. He
Rape
raped
children,
girls. He impregnated underage girls. You know what I'm
underage
saying?
girls, all secretaries and all that crazy shit. And then
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not getting into it, but
No, it's fine. It's a fact.
Muhammad Ali gets a pass for that, though. He gets a pass for
Oh yeah, I love Ali, man. He's
not
one of the
me,
greatest fighters.
not me, not
Damn,
me.
man.
I got it against him, man. I never liked him. I just nah. What he did was wrong. And then when you're on your deathbed, then you're gonna come out and say, I apologize to Malcolm X. Yeah, no shit. It's easy to say that when you're dying, though. That's the thing. Like, he brought you
Mm-hmm.
in. You thought you was better than him. You was not Malcolm X, bro. I hate to tell you. But yeah,
No,
rest in
never
peace
that.
to
He was
whatever.
never on.
Rest
He
in
was
peace to
never on.
whatever. Whatever. I didn't like him. That's just my personal. I know everyone loves him and he's a whatever. Not to me. To me,
I mean, I don't really know because it's not like I got to watch.
but you know
I
what
got.
though? But
My
if
thing
he
was Mike Tyson. That's who we got to watch
but
growing up.
he had the
So
pull. Muhammad Ali had the pull to save Malcolm X's life. At the end of the day, he had enough pull where he could have just said, you know what, let him go, leave him alone. That's how he feels. That's how he feels. Nope, he just sat back because he thought Elijah Muhammad was God on earth. Did you see that dude? Sorry, brother. That's not God to me, dogs. The guy's walking around with a limp. He's crazy. Whatever. So anyway, back to sports. Uh, it was a wild game.
that was
Mike Tyson's the
sports.
greatest boxer
Muhammad
of all
Ali
time.
sports.
Mike Tyson's the greatest ever.
So what were you saying again?
That was a wild game, man, because it was one of those things where I might have lied a little bit. I wanted Jared to have some success with his 49ers, but at the same time, I wasn't exactly crazy about them winning either. But it was like you know what it was? It was a lesser of two evils. Because it's like
Yeah.
it's a lesser of two evils. It's like, do you want to see Aaron Rodgers get he's the greatest quarterback of all time? That at the same time, I wanted them to win, the 49ers to win, to not praise Aaron Rodgers and all Lambeau Field, the cheese heads, the mystique behind the frozen tundra. First of all, let's throw that out the window. It's like the mystique of the pinstripes with the Yankees, right? Let's toss that out the window because obviously that mystique has long been gone since 2009 or whatever. The same thing with Lambeau Field. Every time they have a home playoff game, they can't get it done. If it's the Giants, the 49ers, who else beat them at home? They can't get it done. The Bucks, they cannot get it done. So I was happy for that. Plus, I kind of like going for the underdog in a way, like with the quarterback. Like Jimmy G is not a superstar. He's just a good, solid quarterback. He gets it. But credit to that damn 49ers defense, though. That defense is crazy. But not to compare anything or not to take a shot at the 49ers, but I forget what beat writer wrote it last night on Twitter. Because right after the game, they were all comparing the 49ers team to the Giants team that beat the Patriots, the undefeated Patriots in 2008. They were comparing. Really? So one of these beat writers wrote in, they said, look, comparing Jimmy G and the 49ers to Eli Manning and the Giants is so disrespectful to the Giants. Like, because Eli's in a different class as Jimmy G. It's not the same. I understand, though, like the defense and stuff like that, but it's not the same. Let's not go overboard.
And Plaxico's the best, one of the best receivers.
I like Debo, though. Debo Samuel's good for the Niners.
But I mean, like Plaxico, that dude played hurt every week. People don't realize that. He didn't even practice.
Nope. He didn't practice that one time the whole season. That's just incredible, yo.
Yeah, he just took a cortisone shot. And all right, we got this for. I've got.
That's
50 minutes.
incredible to me. The guy never ran a down to practice all season,
Yeah.
and he was catching. Yo, remember that game in the Green Bay? What did he catch? 11 balls, 100 something yards, touchdown. Yo, that dude was incredible, bro. It's like one of my friends, the Jose Torres. Sometimes he watches the show. The big Jet fan. He was telling me at work the other night. He says that I live in the past. He was like, because we were talking about a non-Giants fan, by the way. I think it was a Jet fan too. He said the greatest game ever played, greatest upset ever was the Giants Patriots. No, my friend Boulevard, but he's actually a Patriot fan. He said, "Oh, it hurts me to say, but your Giants have the best upset of all time against my team." But hey, so I said, "Look, yeah,
I don't think so.
You don't think that's the greatest upset ever, though, against the undefeated Patriots?"
I think because people forget we played the Patriots that last game. We almost won that game.
Almost beat them. We lost by 3.
And yeah, I think in watching that game, and going into the Super Bowl, I think a lot of people understood like, yo, the Giants figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Going into that game, I don't look at it as an upset. I look at it as like we won that game.
Okay.
If you want to upset, the craziest upset is when the Patriots beat the Falcons. That's an upset.
Oh my God! I thought you was gonna say the Jets against the Colts. I was gonna say, listen, anyone can stay warm in the cold when you're drinking like Joe Namath. You don't think he was drunk on that football field against the Colts? Yeah, he's warm because he's drunk as hell. He's drunk off his ass, so he's warm as fuck. He was whatever. That guy stunk too. Let's call it for what it is. But yeah, he I wish you could like retroactively remove people from the Hall of Fame. He got to go. Joe Namath is not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. How dare you question if Eli Manning's in the Hall of Fame? But you got Joe Namath. He sucked. Look at his stats. By the way, I'm a little bit of a bad mood. I've been losing my bets today, so I'm like a little amped
losing
up.
Money. Yeah.
I won $210 yesterday.
I'd be glad if I lost some money too, man.
Over some bullshit. Run the ball. When you're winning by 30, run the ball. My goodness.
Yo, it was mad funny when I cut it on and you was talking crazy. You was just like you was so
fucking
upset.
Crackheads. Hold on to the ball. Why you have an empty backfield? You're up by 17. With like you got an empty backfield. The first snap goes over Stafford's head. He's scrambling. And then other than jumping on the ball, he decides he wants to chop down JPP. JPP pushes him like nothing and jumps on top of like, what are you doing? Run the ball. What is so hard about that? The Falcons almost did this. The Rams almost did the same exact shit that the Falcons did in that Super Bowl. Run the ball. It's about clock management. What are you doing? Oh, my Lord. My Lord. How the fuck do you not hold on to the ball? Goodness
Yo, I love it.
gracious.
Yo, why do I love it when you get mad?
My dad says he thinks it's the most funniest thing in the world when I'm mad. I don't know.
Yo, when you upset, it's not hilarious.
No, because bro, but you know what though? Funny, they scored 3 points. Look, they had to score under 56 points. They had 3 points at the end of the first quarter. They needed to score 53 points for me to lose that bet, and they just could not run the ball. But the whole game, I'm like kind of like on edge. I'm like, oh, I got this in a bag. Then I'm like, nah, they're throwing the ball, airing it out. Then you leave this dude wide. Like, what are you, dude? Just run the fucking ball. You're up by 40. Run the ball. It's incredible, bro. It really is. It's the most sickening thing I've ever seen in sports. Yo. And then look, I would have won $100 today because it's the second quarter and it's 7-7. I needed them to score under 60. They're not reaching 60 today, but 50.
No. He's so tight right now. Oh my God.
It's just really bad. It's incredible. Like, you know what though? But then sometimes it flips. Sometimes it flips because I bought, what is it? IPU something university was going to cancel one of these good teams, and I had them. I put a teaser on them, so they were underdog by 14. I put like a 7-point teaser. Then that went up to 21 points, and they were getting blown out by like 40 when I left the house yesterday. And somehow along the way, they kept it under 21 because when I got home, I won the $160 from them. So I was like, all right. So you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. I lost like that game today. I lost $10 from that. It's not the biggest deal in the world. But the thing is, when you could be winning all that money and then some stupid shit like that happens, but I was just uncomfortable the whole time because I knew it was gonna happen. I just knew it. Because you got this fucking idiot on the sideline. He don't know how to call. And then you got Bruce Arians. He don't know when to fucking give up. It's like, dude, the game is over.
He said, "Yo, just give up.
Give the fuck up."
This
He's over there with that
after the
stupid,
game,
what's that
give up,
fucking
give
stupid
up.
thing he wears? The fedora. Take that stupid shit off your head and give
Yo,
the
you
fuck
really
up.
angry right now. Oh my God, you really angry.
He got a fucking fedora in his head with those stupid sunglasses that turn the shades or whatever. Dude, you're a fucking coach. Not at the club. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Truly is, man.
You see, this is why I don't gamble. I don't want that problem. I don't want to be mad at somebody.
And I never had a thank you, Dad. Oh, no, actually, thank you, Angel.
He's the one that put you on.
Oh, Angel just won. Angel gonna send you a link. And I never look back. But yo, my fandom has gone out the window. I don't care who wins. Now, I don't bet on my teams. I did bet against the Knicks today because I knew they was not beating the Clippers by 14. I knew that for a fact.
Nah.
So I was like, that I knew. So I didn't even worry about that game. But my fandom for everything else besides my team has completely gone out the window. All I'm looking at is the spread and the total points. That's all I care about. It has taken my personal preference is gone. I don't care the 40, whatever. Just
has it made you a better sports fan or a worse sports
But it's good for the show. It's better for the show because now I'm paying attention to games like Xavier. Yo, today I was glued to the Xavier Marquette game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was checking that score like crazy today. And they blew it for me. Memphis, whatever. Anyway, so it's like it's better for the show because now I'm even more well-rounded in teams I would never give two craps about. That's the thing. However, now my blood pressure it got to be through the roof, bro. But you know what I realized? Like yesterday when I up the house because I had hockey practice and all that stuff, I completely forgot the games were on. When I got home, I just logged onto my FanDuel and I seen $210 there. I said, oh shit, I want $210. It's when I'm glued to the games. It's when I'm like on edge is where I get my heart broken. Sometimes I feel like I got to step back and just let the bets take place.
Yeah, man.
You know what it is messing me up, though? It's messing me up at work. It's messing up my work production because I can't put my phone down now. I can't put my phone down. So it's like my work production is like, hold on, let me just look at my phone real quick. But then you have gloves on, right? I wish I could write into the apps or whatever. Stop making us have an authentication. It's me. Who else the fuck you think it is? If my fingerprint matches, why do I have to put in a code? It's me. So anyway, you gotta.
So you just get mad at work. You just thought it fit.
No.
Like
last Friday, I lost by 1 point. I forget what team it was. I was talking to myself in the train, and I had to catch myself. You know, it's one of those things that you catch yourself like, yo, I'm looking crazy right now.
You almost became that guy on the train on the way home.
I did because I was walking up the stairs. I was like, you motherfuckers. I was like, you crackheads. And then people were just looking at me like, and I said, oh man, in my head, I told myself, I said, let me just calm down. I said, because I'm looking crazy out here. But because it's like 1 point here, punt the ball or whatever. Why are we doing some crazy shit?
I have the days too.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what? And then the Titans. Let's go on to that game, right? The Titans and what was it? The Bengals.
Oh,
Kick
yo.
the extra point. Stop going for 2. Kick the extra point. Kick the field goal. Take the points and keep it moving. All these, I'm going to go for 2. I'm going to go for it. This and this. And then I'm looking at the spread. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I just needed you to cover the spread. And you doing some crazy shit. The Titans are like the most conservative team in football until I place a bet on them. Then all of a sudden they want to be innovative. They want to change the game. They got Derrick Henry at quarterback. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, yo. Like, what is happening right now? What am I watching? Henry is lined up in shotgun. I'm like, what are we doing, bro? You're costing me money, son. Like, come on. They lost me some money yesterday, though.
This is why I don't gamble.
But can you click the link and get me some money, like some free money? If you click a link, you give me some money. But yeah, I'm gonna just click. You don't have to gamble.
Oh, if I do it?
Yeah, that's why I said if you and Jared click those links, I get money too. So it's like, you know what I mean? But
I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah, just
you don't like, you know what it is? I don't like losing money. That's my problem. I don't like throwing money away. But like,
okay, you know, look, in a week span, right? I've won 536 plus 210 is what? 746. I've won $746 in this last week. So that's
what the
thing.
fuck you bad for?
Because every little bit, every money adds. Those money add up. Those $50 bets.
But you gotta know. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take a loss here and there. Something small.
But not over enough. Yeah, but not. I'll take. Look, what I do is sometimes like the Australian Open is. I'm paying attention to hockey. No, I love my hockey though. I'm not. I didn't mean to even say hockey. I'm paying attention to tennis, golf. Because remember, right now they have the Australian Open. So these guys are playing 3:00 in the morning over here. So I'm going on phone. I put like a $2 bet on the underdogs, but that $2 bet on like 3 underdog parlay get you like $50,000 if they pull it off. I'm not mad at that stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm taking a shot in the dark or whatever. I understand that. It's the bet. It's the game like tonight, though, bro. You by 1 point. What's the odds? It was 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. I was cruising. They had to stay under 56 points, and they scored 57. You understand? It's those bets that drive me nuts. They drive me crazy. Yo, I lost. That's why I went crazy on the train, though. I lost a bet because the guy missed a free throw in his last free. If he would have hit that free throw, they would have covered. He missed the second free throw, and I didn't cover the spread. That's when you start seeing me talking to myself. I'm like, come on, yo, you guys. And I lost like $150, but I lost a chance to get $150. I lost like a $5 bet.
I thought like, yo, my man hit me one time. It's Dykeman Dominicans, man. He was like, yo, in the FanDuel and shit, and like he was like, yo, I'm up like 10 G's. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah man. You want to do it? And I was like, man, seemingly, I haven't clicked it yet. So I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with it.
You know what my goal is with that? Like my man Freddie was telling me, shout out to Freddie, he's a big fan of the show. He watches it to go to sleep at night, he says, like on the weekends, that he actually listens to us to fall asleep, which is because that's what I do. I put on my shows, like whatever podcast I listen to, I go to sleep. So my thing is this. Like Freddie's friend said, he had like that. I look at it like a second income. Like the money I made last week, that's like having a second job. Because I made it's like I have a second job and I'm not even busting ass or nothing. I'm just sitting home. I'm looking at spreads, but it's how you play it. The thing I do, I don't really lose much money because I don't bet my money. I put like a $5 bet. It's all about
you put the house money up, right?
I won all that. So now whatever money I am playing is my money, but I'm winning more than what I'm putting out because at the same time, I put parlays. It's all about parlays. So, and now I mix up the teasers involved. You take like a heavy, you take either a heavy underdog or a heavy favorite, and you put a teaser on that.
You know what? I'm gonna have to come up there. You're gonna have to show me because I don't. When you get into parlays and all that shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I don't really try to. You know what I mean?
4 days ago, I didn't know nothing about this either. I was calling my dad like, the plus is what? He's like, oh, the plus means they're underdogs. I was like, all right. He laid it out for me, and I just started betting. And then now I'm learning. But even now, because there's a thing called a round robin, and a round robin.
Yeah, like I've heard of that.
You get a parlay, like a 10-team parlay, and you put money into the round robin, and it kind of it's like gambler's insurance in a way. Like you kind of guarantee yourself you're gonna win something. Like I lost a 10-team parlay, but through the round robin, I wound up like $12, $13. Other than losing not everything, I gained $13 back that I could use for another bet. So it's kind of like gambler's insurance. Your payout is not as much, but you have some insurance where you're going to have some type of money back to play another bet or something like that. Like there is a lot. The key is the parlays and the teasers. If you could get like a 10-team parlay with all heavy underdogs, and you put like a 5, 6, 7 point teaser on that, and you lay out $25, you could win $350, $400 just on that one bet. And if you lay a couple of those down, and you look like me, when I looked, it's not $1,000 or nothing, but I looked, oh shit, I won $210 just going to hockey practice and coming back home. I won $210. It's like I went to work and worked overtime that day. Meanwhile, I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah,
so I look at it like a second job in a way. It's supplemental income. It keeps the money coming in the bank account, and I'm not even at work. That's how I look at it. But it's all about betting smart, though. Bet $5, $10.
Yeah.
That's not going to kill you. But there's guys that lay their whole bank account on the line on a bet, and
because they're degenerates. That's why.
Right
I like having money too much, man.
Me too. I am cheap. I am. But the thing, like, look, some bets are almost like 95% sure bets, right? Like the Chiefs and Steelers last week. I put $177 on that. I won $300 on that, right? But if I had put $1,000, I would have got like $3,500 off. The Chiefs are gonna win that game. I mean, unless it was catastrophe.
Yeah, but you know what? You always gonna be chasing that. If you do something like that, you do something wild like that, you make like bank.
Yep.
Like you take the house on it, you always see that's the
chasing
problem.
The dragon.
It's too addictive. So
yeah, I'm chasing. See, that's
when
the thing.
You say kiss the dragon, you kiss the dragon.
I'm chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon, exactly.
That's what I'm doing. I'm chasing the dragon now because because when I won that $300-something bet the other day, ever since then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take 10 from here, flip that. Now I'm chasing the dragon, but I'm winning though. I'm not looking into my account like, yo, I'm actually winning money.
I don't ever win shit, man. I don't.
It's all about it's about the parlays. That's where the money is.
You know what it is? I feel like I could, as far as sports, because I kind of know what's going on, and I kind of have a knack for like what's gonna happen, you know. So unless something crazy happens, that I was just like, I don't understand. Where it's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did that happen? Like Atlanta losing that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So
can you imagine that you have money on that game and you're like, yo, I got this shit. 7 minutes left. They're up by 50. And those you're like, yo, and then you fucking lose. That is heartbreaking. See, that's the thing. Like, look, this is the shit. Okay, so look.
People got got real quiet. Because they lost money. They lost a lot of money on that one. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that one.
Yeah. First of all, you never bet against Tom Brady, though. In a way, I would never go bet the house against him. I'm not betting a house against someone like Mahomes or something like that. You got to kind of know who to bet the house on too, though. Some people, again, maybe they're chasing the dragon. But some people have enough money too where it's whatever.
Nah, yeah. I think
some people say, if I lost 10 G's on this bet. I'm good.
I think there's a lot of people that stack up their house money and they don't ever take it out.
Because
They
like
take
what
out
I
their
did. Mm-hmm.
their money, but like whatever they just play with house money and that's that. And like some people are good at it where they'll get like a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I mean, having the house money just continue to grow. So I mean it's kind of like the same. I mean like I fuck with like stocks and shit and like crypto to a degree. I don't not too much, but you know what I'm saying. Like
But
I
the
lost.
difference with gambling and that though is see,
It's
you
the
can
same thing.
in
It's the same
crypto.
concept though because
It is.
you're
Mm-hmm.
playing the system. It's like
Yes.
you know what I mean. Stocks is like the same thing. You're playing the system to make a buck. So it's like but you could lose all your money or you can make a shit ton of money. So you know. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll try it.
No,
Send me the link. I'll do it.
I'll send you the
I'll
link.
make
Yeah.
make sure, make sure you get a couple bucks. So
But see, this is the shit, right? So like, look, the Magic stink. I understand the Bulls are an infirmary, but you can't. Even if you lose, you can't cover a 6.5 spread, though, bro.
let's
So you're
talk
gonna get.
about that because
And then
people
look, one
talk
more
mad.
thing on the betting side before we talk about that. The Lakers are giving 14 tonight against the Heat. They're down by 20. It's like, what's the odds of that, though? You know what I mean? It's like you're not going against the 85 Celtics or whoever was good in 85. You're not going against Bill Russell and Larry Bird and all of them. You're going against Jimmy. You're going against Jimmy Butler in the Heat. I mean, and he's on 1 foot right now. So it's like, how, you know what I mean? It's like, it drives you crazy at the same time, that shit like that. What I call dumb shit. But yes, let's talk about some sports. Unreal.
Yeah. Now you want to? All right. No. I was just saying, like the teams that people really thought that were
Knicks, Bulls.
not the Knicks. I wouldn't say that, but the Bulls definitely. No,
The
I'm
Knicks are
saying like
5-1, and we'll talk about
what?
Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks at one point weren't already putting them in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I mean, you guys were.
We had the best offensive basketball. Remember?
I knew that. I knew that was gonna plateau real fast.
Oh, it did. Oh, it sure did.
It plateaued. And that was it.
Right
that
off
was
a cliff.
So, yeah. So
They went like Dumbo. They went out like Dumbo and Louise, and then
but I knew Chicago was gonna. I knew Chicago was gonna fizzle out.
Can't trust Lonzo's health. That's the problem. You can't trust Lonzo Ball because of his health. I love him as a player. I want the Knicks to get him. His health.
I knew the Warriors gonna plateau too at some point. It's like
chemistry
it can't sustain. It's not sustainable. So it's like you like to see it, but I mean I knew that from a fact for a while. It's just like, listen, these guys can't keep going the way they're going. It's just like the Nets, man. I mean, like I knew somebody was gonna get hurt. I knew Kevin Durant was gonna get hurt at one point. Whereas like I'm just happy it happened now instead of happening back, next like in March or something. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you got to go into the playoffs, trying to come back. But I don't know, man. I think
I had the Nets tonight, by the way, given 12. The Nets can't lose by more than 12.
We playing?
I'll tell you right now. The Timberwolves.
Playing the Spurs, right?
Timberwolves.
Where at?
Minnesota, which means Kyrie's playing.
We'll win that game.
They'll cover that spread. Yeah, they'll cover that spread.
We'll win that game.
They'll cover that. I got them covering that spread. Like there's some bets you can't lose. Like look, the Hawks are up by 7. They're given 13 points. So the Hornets will have to beat them by more than 14. This is the NBA. That's not happening. But the Lakers are screwing me. You see, the Bulls, it's like, it's always one of these fucking crackhead teams, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. They ruined the game. They ruined the game. But I wish you were gambling with me right now. We both be going crazy.
What do you think about the Grayson Allen shit? You see
I see. Well, he was an asshole at Duke, wasn't he? That's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
he was an asshole, right? It was trying to bully people. Yeah. What did he do again? Because I got the notification about it. Something that What did Grayson Allen do? Oh, suspended one game. Oh, yeah. Because I
He
seen that
fractured
injury.
Caruso's wrist.
I seen that.
Fractured his
Yo,
wrist.
they only gave him one game for that, but it didn't look so intentional though.
No, it didn't look. It wasn't messy, man. It's not a good
Yeah,
look though.
not a good look because it's him.
Well, I mean, it's the Bucks, so I still believe that Giannis deliberately planted under Irving to get
You really
the.
believe that though?
There was no reason for him to be underneath him.
I agree.
There was no
I
reason
can
for
see
him
that.
to yeah, like I've always believed that was an intentional thing.
Did you see
So
that shit with
you
Brandon Ingram?
send that nigga packing back to Greece. Get him the fuck out of here. We done. Come over.
Who, the Giannis
Yeah, man. Fuck him.
or the brother or both of them?
Oh, to send all three of them back to Greece. Go play soccer. Do something else. This ain't
You know
Sparta,
what?
motherfucker.
He's a net killer though. He's a net killer. He kills you guys. Giannis
Who?
kills you guys. Giannis, he murders you guys all the time.
Listen, yo, man. If we have Kyrie, we bodying that shit.
But then he beat you with Kyrie too, though, right? Yeah. No. That's interesting.
We smacked him. We smacked him.
I'll tell you one thing. With your Nets, my dad called. He says, you know what? He was so pissed off the other night because he got into gambling now too. So he calls. He goes, that fucking. As soon as I answer the phone, I'm like, hello, because he's calling like 11:30 at night. I said, oh, something happened. So I'm like, hello. He's like, that fucking James Harden. What a bum. I said, why? What happened? He's like, he needed to score 20 points. He scored like 14.
He's a bum.
He needed Harden to score 14. He scored, 20. He got 14. He lost the bet because of Harden. Is he a bum? What happened to him? Is he hurt? Nah.
I think he's. I don't know, man. I feel like this, man. I feel like he's he hides. He's only as good as who is he playing around, or like playing around, like on his team.
Okay.
And I don't think he's. For instance, like I don't think he's the. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's that good anymore.
But out of nowhere, though, because the guy was averaging like 30-some points a game last year.
I don't know. I just don't think he's that good.
You don't think the foul calls have something to do with it now? The way the game is being called?
Yeah, that might have something to do with it. But come on, man. Everybody adjusts, man. All the greats adjust. And if you're a great player, you would know how to adjust by now.
What holds him back? You don't take pride.
You're having these flash in the pans, like you know what I mean. You're having these flash in the pan moments, but like you're not. There's nothing consistent, and so like if it's nothing consistent, like you're not that great to me. That's why I say like last week, like the whole Kobe argument, where I'm like, I'll do the same thing with anybody else. Like James Harden is. I've never really felt like James Harden was like the superstar that everybody thought he was. This past statting.
Okay.
Stat padding.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, no, big time. Big time.
Yo, it's stat padding. It's the same thing with Russell Westbrook. You're stat padding. You're really not that good.
Now, who didn't want to play with who? Was it Harden didn't want to play with Chris Paul, or Chris Paul didn't want to play with him? Because I know them two didn't want to play with each other.
Harden didn't want to play with Chris Paul, but I think
which shows a lot of your character. If you don't want to play with Chris Paul,
it's because Chris Paul put him out there and was like, "Listen, he's not built for this." So it's like you know when you got other players that are like, "This ain't working." This is not working. It's like you know what I mean? Like Bradley Beal was probably like, "Yeah, Russell Westbrook's cool, but this isn't working." You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't working out for the benefit of the team. Or, because I mean, think about that. Statistically wise, Russell Westbrook is yards better than John Wall. So what was the excuse?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the excuse? Like, you know what I mean? It's for you to fizzle out in the playoffs. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, but you see it now. You see like LeBron knew better.
But
It's like
why did
you
he
know
think
that
wanted him so bad then?
he had to have known better. He had to have known like this isn't gonna be good.
Because he wanted
You know?
Russell Westbrook so bad. He went to bat for him. And it's like they're down by 23 right now. Look at this. This is ridiculous, dude. This is some sick shit. Like, this is sick shit. This is shit that's unprecedented. Like, I never thought I'd see the day where you can't cover a 14-point spread and whatever. You have LeBron. I never thought I'd see the day LeBron and Russell Westbrook can't cover a 14-point spread. It's the most ridiculous, like, asinine.
I can see it though, but I told you. What did I tell you? Look, Russell Westbrook
against the Heat. Since
Jimmy Butler, he's gonna lock one of them down.
Yeah, but you're LeBron James, supposed to be the GOAT.
He's not the GOAT.
He's supposed to be the GOAT, but I know who the GOAT is. The GOAT is Jordan. I know that.
You know he's not the GOAT.
People think he's the GOAT. There's a lot of people walking the streets right now that say he's a younger generation.
No, I know that.
The younger generation.
No, I know that, but he's not the GOAT.
No, not even close.
He's not even better than Kevin Durant too.
Hell no. Hell no.
He might have more accolades. He got more accolades than Kevin Durant, but I don't think he's better than Kevin Durant. I never thought that.
I never thought that too. I would always think.
Be honest with you, there was a point that I thought Carmelo was better than LeBron, and that's just
they were neck and neck for a little bit. Remember, LeBron said the hardest guy. No, Kobe said the hardest guy to guard was Melo.
Yeah.
So they were neck and neck for a little bit. But then look, LeBron is sort of like Tom Brady. How you see how Melo is like a shell of himself, but LeBron is still LeBron, and they're the same age. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. Is it the way you take care of your body, or why do some players break down faster than the others? I don't know. Tom Brady looked a little bit his age tonight, though.
No, but like check this out. Like somebody like Carmelo. I think it's body types too. You know, LeBron is a freak of nature as far as like his body type. You know what
he's
I'm
just
saying?
A big boy, like
naturally stronger. Where I feel like Carmelo, when he's done playing, he's gonna gain like mad weight. You can tell already.
He was chubby. Remember, he was chubby most of his playing career. He was out of shape.
So like when he get done playing, he's gonna gain a lot of weight. Watch. But you know what I'm saying? With certain players, it's like that. You know what I mean? Like in certain play, but like LeBron put a lot of money into his body too. He invested in it.
That's true too. Yeah. LeBron kind of ruined the NBA a little bit to me.
You think so?
Yeah, the super team stuff. Yeah. He ruined it because of super teams.
That shit. Of course.
That, he's the super teams, and you can't. Now you have to have 3 good guys, 3 superstars to win a championship. Mm-hmm. Look how Dirk Nowitzki did it. Dirk Nowitzki, who did he have? Jason Kidd, who was 40. Who else? Tyson Chandler. Jason
Terry.
Barea. Jason Terry. He didn't really have like a super team.
Who else was on that team?
Oh, man, they had some good guys, though. There was someone we're missing. I know that. Someone we're missing. Let me see.
No, the team was good. Yeah, the team was. Yeah, well, the team was.
They had Barea. Oh, Corey Brewer was a decent player.
That's
Karan Butler.
Okay, yeah.
Brian Cardinal. Remember big Brian Doofy Cardinal? Remember him? Tyson Chandler.
Did he go to Purdue?
Yes, he did. And he looked like he looked like Purdue. He looked like a Purdue.
He looked like a Boilermaker, right?
Yeah, he just had the look. Yeah. Then of course you had Chandler. Then you had Brandon Haywood.
It was like Frank Kaminsky. Remember him?
Yeah, from Wisconsin. Then he went to the Hornets.
He looked like that. Or like Keith Van Horn. He just looked like, you know what I mean, where he went to
Keith Van Horn reminded me of a Q-tip. Every time I seen Keith Van Horn, I went to like Q-tip like something. I can't explain it. I don't know why I thought like that. He always looked like a Q-tip to me. And then you had what's his name was good too. What's his name? Yeah, Steve Novak. Oh wow, Novocaine was on that team.
Oh,
Sean Marion.
Sean Marion, yeah, I remember
Sean
that.
Stevenson, Peja Stojakovic and Jason Terry. Yeah, they're a good team.
That team was low key stacked.
That team was, yeah, they were stacked. They were stacked. I ain't even going front. They were stacked.
Not in.
I forgot about Sean Marion. Sean Marion. Yo, that's crazy. I forgot all about him. Yeah, Peja Stojakovic was raining threes. Still with them. Yeah.
He's never coming back.
Oh, Jared, right now. Then congrats to Jared and everything, but he ain't even on the show. It's crazy, bro.
Congrats to Jared. Right here.
Well, listen, we gotta figure this out. Now we sound like LeBron after every loss. We're gonna figure this out.
Now we're winging it.
We're gonna figure this out. Now we're like LeBron. You know what it is? We just top heavy. We top heavy as fuck right now. Remember that shit?
What's up with Julius Randle telling people to shut the fuck up? What's up with that?
I hate to say it, but he got to go.
Yeah,
it's time. Yeah, it's time.
It's only been a year and a half, man. What you mean? I don't understand.
Not that he got to go. Somebody has to go on that team. Someone has to go from that starting lineup. One of the starters has to go, is what I should say. And you know what? Remember, we did all that winning without Mitchell Robinson last year. He goes out with an injury early in the game. They put in Noel, and we blow the Clippers out. I was thinking about that, too. I was like, you know what? That maybe he's disrupting the chemistry there. Maybe him and Randall don't play good together. Yeah, he clogs that middle. If you look at it, he kind of like clogs the court up. When Noel's there, there's more movement. It's a little more fluid when he's on the court than Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's a better player, but I feel like Noel is better for that starting lineup with Randall and Barrett. I feel like so it might have been a coincidence. I don't know, but the fact that they look like last year's Knicks team when Mitchell Robinson was out and Noel was there, they look like last year's team. They look good. They blew the Clippers out. They look good. So maybe that's a factor. I don't know. That's to me, that's the one thing that I could think of. Mitchell Robinson is fucking up the whole chemistry because even Evan Fournier looked good today with Noel out there. He was shooting threes and the team quickly looked good. Maybe, just maybe, Mitchell Robinson's the guy that's clogging up this. Maybe there's not enough space around when he's on the court. It kind of makes sense a little bit. That's what I could think about. But you know, it makes for you not to say nothing. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It actually adds up. So that's the thing. So we'll see. We got some more spies.
Oh, that's spam.
Dunlap, Lincoln. They coming up with some crazy names though.
Blankenship.
The Giants have a guy Blackenhorn, so I mean, no, that was a Mets. Travis, we against the Dodgers, we were there. We hit Travis Blankenhorn or whatever. We knew we lost that game. You got that dude in your starting lineup.
I love some baseball player's name, like Pasetnik.
What's Scott Pasetnik, right?
Yeah. I remember going to a game one time, and these kids was like, "Yo," he was just saying his name just to say it because it just sounded funny. Like, Pasetnik. They was like screaming his name while he was in the right field and shit.
I remember we were at one game and they were giving Ryan Braun a hard time. They were like, "Oh, you suck steroids." Da, da, da.
Oh, when he was juicing, right?
Yeah, and then he turned around and then later hit a big 3-run shot. And I remember when he came back, he pointed right up to the section I was in, and he's like, "Yeah, juice now, motherfucker." He was like, "Whatever." So he got paid back.
I remember going to a Tigers game and it was Johnny Damon's birthday. That was funny. Because they were like, "Yo, Johnny, happy birthday." But did I tell you I went to a Tigers Yankees game with a Yankee hat on?
No, you didn't tell me that. Yeah. No.
It was my cousin's birthday.
Okay.
She got kicked out. She got kicked out the baseball park that day. She was too drunk.
Oh my Lord.
She fell off a stool. And they kicked her out. And the thing is, like, she's a season ticket holder. Well,
and
not
she
now.
Still got the boot.
But back then, like, she was like preferred customer. Like, you know what I'm saying? They knew who she was. Like, some of the players knew who she was. Like Miguel Cabrera knew, like my cousin. Like you know what I'm saying. Like she was always at the game.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I remember a dude came up. He tried to make fun of me. He had the shirt on that says, "Jesus hates sinners and Yankees fans."
Oh,
Yeah, the shirt was hilarious though. I was just like, "Yo, that's pretty good."
he's not
I
wrong.
like
He's not wrong.
Nah, but I mean, I think that was the last year I got to see like Jeter play. That was Jeter's like swan song. So I
That
was
was his
like,
swan. Yeah, thank God he left.
yeah.
I was tired of hearing about him. Oh, I'm tired. Him and Mariano. Goodbye, bro. Goodbye.
Get out of here.
Bow down.
Get him
Take
out
a
of
bow. Yeah. Good night. See you later, bro.
here.
It was time for him to go too. Then Mariano, every time he threw a pitch, this is all right. We understand that. That's cool. But tell his kick his ass out the door. He got to go. It's time. He ran his course. He had his moments. Goodbye. Eli didn't get that. Eli got it because he said, you know what? This might be. He didn't say he was retiring. They just knew the Giants weren't bringing him back, so they gave him like a farewell or whatever. But every game Eli played, every pass he threw, they wasn't talking about like, oh, Eli. All right, goodbye. It's time to go. You move on. We'll honor you when the time is due. It's not your time right now. Let's focus on the team. You taking away from what the team is doing. I don't give a fuck about your accolades. So
Oh,
I don't give a fuck how many saves you got or whatever. What is that? What are you doing for me now? You're not even going to the playoffs or nothing. You got it. I don't care about your past, bro.
damn.
You didn't make the playoffs on your swan song. Goodbye, bro.
Yeah. Yo, FanDuel has changed you.
Yeah, because it's some stupid shit. Like, you just run the ball. It's really Sean McVay. Sean McVay got me just amped up. It's really his fault. It's not even FanDuel. It's Sean McVay. Like, run the ball. Like, do you not learn from? Because first of all, one of Sean McVay's best friends is Kyle Shanahan. Did you not learn from Kyle Shanahan in the Super Bowl that when you're up big against Tom Brady,
you run the ball.
The cure for that is to just run the ball. That's the cure. Don't go empty back set. You got an empty back. No one behind Matthew Stafford, and you get an errant snap, and then it's like, come on.
Knock off them 30 seconds, them 35 seconds each time, man. It's not
My
hard.
thing is
just
run the clock out. Run out the clock. Like, if there's no shame in just run out the clock. There's no shame in punting the ball. There's no shame in just punting the ball and say, I'll get them next time. There's no shame in kicking the field goal other than taking a 7. That's fine. But be smart with your time, man. You didn't see what happened to the Falcons? That's like your best friend. So now it's going to be interesting seeing them go against each other. Who do you got win that game, by the way? Because I know we don't do shows the days of the games, really, like Jared's teams, because we don't. I know he's all amped up and stuff.
Who's going to win what game?
Rams, 49ers to go to Super Bowl. Who you got?
Because you got Kupp and Odell.
Yeah, Odell's looking good, by the way. Odell's looking good. Jared was taking shots at Odell, too. You seen that? Oh, they're going to say he's back or whatever. The Odell look good. Odell's looking good. Remember, Jared was upset. Like, oh, you guys keep saying Odell's a good player. No, because he is a good player.
No, he's a phenomenal wide receiver. He'll always be until his body breaks down.
He changed the way that Rams is playing now, too.
Yeah. Rams.
That's what I'm leaning towards, too, and I believe they're home. I believe the Rams are home.
The defense is better. His defense is better than San Francisco's.
Von Miller looked good today too. Von Miller was coming off that edge today. Aaron Donald.
I think as long as, because Von Miller's been there before, so he knows how to get, like, he's a leader of men. So I think he's got the ring, so like he knows how to settle the guys down and get things done and get focused. I don't think. I mean, the Niners defense is is really good. But I mean, if Stafford can crack it a couple of times and get like a couple of touchdowns, I think they win.
Then I got to see who's going to be home
Because
because
it's, you know what I'm saying? Like the Packers, all they really got is Deontay Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That's virtually all they have.
they were killing Aaron
Where
Rodgers too, man.
and whereas the Rams, you have speed on both sides. You have Cup and Odell.
And it's at
Give me a
first of all, and it's in LA, it's in Rams, and the Super Bowl's in Rams. So the Rams are just playing to stay home field the rest of the time. So they got home field. Aaron Donald looked good today. Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, besides that stupid bomb. How do you give 60-yard? There's 4 minutes left, dude. There was
You're
4
so
minutes
upset.
left, dude.
So upset.
The thing is, there was 4 minutes left, and they were at like the 30-yard line, their own 30. Tom Brady throws a bomb, and Jalen Ramsey's there, and he just looks at the ball, go right into Mike Evans' arms for like an 85-yard touchdown.
I still want that
time
match.
off the clock.
That hat is fire.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
With
The
flower.
Yeah.
The
You know
flower.
how we do.
Yeah.
You know how we do it around here. But
Nah, yeah.
got the blue brim. Got the blue brim. You know what I mean? Got the World Series patch that we lost. We lost that World Series, but still got the patch on the hat. That's the one we lost to the Yankees, 2000.
Oh yeah.
Remember that patch?
Yeah.
They don't make patches like that no more. Now everything's like real. Like look at the Super Bowl patches now. Everything's like real, like cheesy. They don't make patches like they used to no more. Everything's like so generic is the word I'm looking for. Things
The
like
halftime show.
remember the weekend he blew up. Remember everyone's like, I ain't watching that shit no more. Remember that shit? He ruined the halftime show.
We have Eminem and Snoop Dogg
and Dr. Dre.
I'm not fucking with that.
No, why not? Too much West Coast. Too much West Coast.
I take Dre.
Okay.
It's in LA, right?
Yeah, it's in LA.
I take Dre for Eminem. Why?
See, that's the misconception. People think Eminem's a West Coast rapper, but he's not at all.
He's from Detroit.
He's from Detroit. So I always, for me personally, I know he's from
Detroit.
Detroit.
It should be like the whole gang. It should be Dre, Snoop, Exhibit.
What's his name? I was gonna say Warren G, like someone like that. Like, because I was gonna say Nate Dogg, but Nate Dogg's no longer with us. Like someone like that. Who else?
You can even throw like Ice Cube out there.
Ice Cube, E40, Cypress Hills.
Cypress is too gangster.
And E40's from the Bay. E40 from the Bay, so.
No, I gotta be LA because it's in LA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gotta be LA.
Maybe the
Dog Pound, the game. Because Corrupt was the illest one out of all of them from the Dog Pound. So you get like the Dog Pound in there. But where's Corrupt from? He's from Philly.
Kendrick's too young.
Yeah, and he's
he's too young for that.
And he's but then I say, and I just say he's
I know where going is. Don't hate on Kendrick, man.
He's he's all right. So Kendrick's all right. A little overrated though. For me, he's a little overrated.
Why is Kendrick
the same beats? Like his beats is kind of trash. I don't know. I don't like his beats and stuff like that. He's whack to me. I did like the Control thing that he did though. He ripped everyone up. I like that. That I like. You know who's better than him though? Schoolboy Q.
Yo, yeah.
Schoolboy Q is that dude.
I fuck with him heavy.
Right? He's better than Kendrick to me.
I do honest with you, out of the new generation, I'll take Schoolboy Q over anybody.
Same.
Even Nipsey.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'm right there with you. Schoolboy Q got to be the best at a new generation. I completely agree. Right? Yeah, it's him. He's probably the best one.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think so too. So
Like that, the Blakeface album. I still love that album to this day.
I love
I
that
like all
song.
his albums.
Yeah, he's dope. He's
Yeah, but
remember
the
what's that song?
Blakeface
He's
shit.
on the piano and the girls running through the driveway and all that shit. That's dope, man.
Oh, you talking about the bank? What is that? What
Yes.
song is that? I love that shit.
Oh my
I know you're
god.
talking about. Yo, that
My
video is
dad,
so fire though.
my dad still called me. He's like, "You don't listen to that Schoolboy Q?" I said, "Hell yeah." He's like, "Oh, I was listening to Schoolboy all day today." No, my dad loves Schoolboy. He's the one who put me on the Schoolboy Q. It was
Yeah,
him. Yeah, it was my dad. My dad's like, "Yo, you gotta listen to Schoolboy Q," and I gave it a chance. You know who else I do like though? Even personal issues aside with him and all that. The what's it? The odd future. Those are my peoples too. I love them. Tyler the Creator and all them. Those dudes could rock. Those dudes are dope.
for real.
You don't like Odd Future and Tyler the Creator and all that?
I didn't never thought you
Earl
would think
Earl
they would.
Sweatshirt. You don't like Earl Sweatshirt? That dude is dope. Don't fuck with Earl Sweatshirt, bro. That dude is off the chain. Yeah. I'm going off for talent. Like I'm just talking about musically. I don't care about all that funny shit they're doing behind the scenes or acting silly, making faces and stuff like that. I'm just talking about their musical song. Their songs are dope. Except for that kid
I
Jasper,
would
the,
have
the chubby
never.
dude.
I would have never pegged you for that.
It's weird.
I
It's
believe,
it's it's weird. It's strange. I admit.
I went and saw Odd Future back in 2011.
They were dope.
No, they still don't.
They're still. That's what I'm saying. No, they're dope. They're dope. They're super dope.
I just
And
didn't think
Frankie,
you liked them.
why not?
I don't know, cause you're
Frankie,
funny like that.
I am. I am. Frankie Ocean's down with them too, right? Well, Odd World.
Yeah,
I mean, Odd Future. Odd World. That was a good video game, by the way. Yeah, Odd
I love
Future.
Frank Ocean. Frank
Frankie
Ocean is my guy.
Ocean. Who's then? You have the girl Sid. She's dope too. Sid. I forget what Sid the dude. Sid the
Shocked.
dude.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked right now. I'm kind of like,
Why? Why?
because I don't listen. I don't remember you ever liking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that
It's
you found
dope.
somebody in
Nah,
this
this
era
super dope.
that you could listen to and be like, oh, I like this. I fuck with it.
I fuck with the
You
only
know?
one I don't like from Odd Future is Jasper. He's annoying.
Oh well,
The
you don't do
chunky,
shit.
the chunky
Yeah,
black dude. Yeah, name is Jasper. I'm not even a right. So then, what are you doing on the song then? But yeah, everyone else is cool. Did you see the skit they did that? Even their show that they was doing, that comedy show that they was doing, that shit was funny too. When he did like the what's that? Scare Straight, but he did a skit where Earl Sweatshirt he's like nigga. He's like you don't know. They come in there like they're like yo you got to mop. They're like wait you're not even an inmate. He was like nah. He was the janitor. He's like that shit. No, I can't believe you didn't think I like Our Future.
no, yeah.
They're dope, man. They remind me of the
Earl,
West Coast Def Jokes.
Earl is he's a good dude. I think I might actually go to a show next month
Where?
at Terminal 5. I think it's Earl Sweatshirt, Action Bronson,
I love
Boldy
Action.
Jam.
All right.
Yeah.
These are people I
So
like. I fucks with them.
you wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go check it out.
Take the night off.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Yeah. I'll go check it out.
We'll
That
go.
sounds good.
We'll worry everybody about the Omicron. I don't care anymore. Whatever.
No, you know what? I'm in that boat too. I'm like, whatever. If I ain't dead yet, listen, I was ducking gunshots and all that shit as a kid. Listen, if I ain't dead right now, I ain't gonna be dead hopefully for a little bit. God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right? Like if I'm still alive currently with all the crazy shit we've been around growing up and living in projects, all that shit, the Omicron ain't gonna take me out.
It's also that and like we ride the train to work every day.
Every day. Every day,
And
every day, one of my coworkers is on the sidelines now with COVID.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster. Now, though, not to make light of it, though, because I see today they're saying the hospitalizations are getting full again, and New York is having trouble with all the deaths in the morgues and all that shit again.
Mm-hmm.
That the morgues are filling up to capacity. But where's the deaths, though? Because I'm not seeing it.
Actually, there was a lady at my job. She lost somebody, like a cousin or something like that. And she was upset. But I mean, like, I was like, yo, you're the first time I've heard somebody die in almost like a year.
Yeah, because the Omicron don't kill you really, right? It just makes you sick.
What did you say? Not Omicron, it's Delta. Well, Delta still exists.
Oh, the Delta's still lingering around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you got Flurona. That's out there. Which is a funny name for me. I'm sorry. I can't picture a doctor like, you know what, you got Flurona and have a straight face. I don't know how that happens, but
you got the corona.
Like Dr. Michael K. You got the sitting down. Oh, you sitting down? You're like, yes, doc.
That's crazy.
Yes, doctor, I'm sitting down. I regret to inform you have Flurona. How does the doctor give a straight face? But is that a real thing, the Flurona? Because I'm seeing it, but I don't know if that's like an official.
I feel like it's too much, man. I feel like they're gonna keep beating us in the head with new names, and like it's probably not. It's like the same old shit, right? It's probably like, you know how like people sell like drugs and shit, and it's like, yo, I got this new shit. You just gave it a new name. It's the same as the shit you had last week, bro.
Right. You just gave it a scary ass name.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same weed from last week, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You just gave it a new name. That's all it is. So that's how I look at that shit. Like, I that's the point. I'm like, you guys are just making up new names just to get through the alphabet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, but I mean, I'm just like, yo, I'm over it. I just want. I'm not saying like I even wanted to go back to some type of normalcy. I'm just tired of like dealing with like it's the same shit all the time.
Well,
like at my job, like, you know what I'm saying, like my office is like at like working at like 20% capacity, you know, working at 20% right now.
Yeah, my job too. All the tenants are not there,
and it's like it's super crazy because it's like I get the letter, right? I get the email from like the CEO and shit, and he'll be like, you know, due to circumstances and like because they pay attention and shit. It's like due to circumstances or whatever, blah blah blah. This and the third, we will not be coming back to the office 1 week later than we were. It's like, how are you guys even like coming up with the whole logic of like, you know, you want to come back to work a certain day?
That's a good point.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, how are we? Who's dictating this? Where it's like, oh, we'll be able to come back to work on you know, February 8th. Who told you that?
I don't know. I don't know. That is a good point.
And then when it gets close to that point, that's when they're like, they extend it further. So we're gonna come back, you know, in 2 weeks. We're gonna come back 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And then you go to that point, and it's like, no, I think we're gonna extend it another week, and then it goes another month, and it's like, yo, man, just if you don't want to come to work, just say that. You got the shit at home.
Well, at least at my job, most of the tenants have told everyone like we're not coming back until after summer. So that
really,
yeah, most of the tenants already told that they're not coming back at least until after summer.
That's wild.
It's just a dead, you know.
But I know a lot of people are tired of working from home. Maybe not at your job, but I know from my job, a lot of people
want to go back into the office.
They don't want to. They don't want to be at home. There's so many distractions.
If
I work from home, I ain't get shit done.
If I could clean from home, it ain't happening.
If I'm gonna be at the computer and shit, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hit up the Zoom meeting.
Yep.
I have the headphones on, and like my screen will be blank, and I'll be playing video games.
Didn't a couple of people get fired because they were putting like fake images of themselves, like they were putting like pre-recorded images of themselves. Meanwhile, they wasn't even there. Like some people got fired over that shit. Some people were
well, like at my job, you don't
there.
have to put the video up. All you gotta like listen. The meetings that I go to, like on our Zoom meetings, I say maybe 10 words the entire meeting. You're just sitting there listening, because like most of the time, like most of my meetings is people getting in trouble, so it's like it's not me yet.
Okay.
So it's like I'm here, everybody getting chewed out, and I'm like hearing everybody's like dirty laundry, and I'm like,
right.
oh, so I know, like I'm telling my boss, like at least I know what I have to do is just basically just do the shit that they're not doing.
Yes.
Make sure my numbers are good. Make sure my audits are good. Make sure my work orders are good and things like that. So like I'll be good. I'll be good. So as long as I do what the fuck I'm supposed to do, that's all. Because I can only imagine being on a Zoom meeting and getting called out. Right?
Oh, remember what was it, 150 people just got fired over Zoom. Remember? The boss was like, if you're here on this meeting, I regret to inform you. They were like, no way.
You don't have a job no more.
You don't have a job no more.
Yeah. Because it'd be funny. Bro, I was listening. I was like, I was in a Zoom meeting and they were talking about something. Because like it's like into the departments. Like, because I work in property management. Mm-hmm. We have a leasing department, an operations department, an events department, the finance department, HR, you know what I'm saying? Down the list, right? Security, all that shit, right? So like it gets to operations and the guy, like their work orders are so back. We're talking like 8 months backed up on work orders. And so the CEO was on the thing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yo, what is with all this red? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are in the red. Like, what's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. And so, like, this guy, like, he just kept talking just to talk. Like, even, like, but, like, to have his rebuttal, but, like, he was, like, talking, like, in circles. Like, well, we're busy with this. And it was just like, yo, bro, you're not even making no sense right now. You just backpedaling. You skirting around this motherfucker. And you're not even really kind of dealing with the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the first time I heard, like, my CEO, like, he cursed. He yelled and cursed.
Is he normally a good dude, like a quiet guy?
No, it's quiet. Barry doesn't raise his voice. He was like, yo, so you have two. He was like, yo, you have two people just, you know what I mean? Like, we're paying these people for 8 hours a day, and they literally do 45 minutes of work. So what do they do for the other 8 hours?
Right.
And the guy, he was like, well, they sit and wait. He's like, what the fuck you mean they sit and wait? He went crazy. Like, and I'm just sitting on the meeting like, yo, I look at my boss. My boss is like, yeah, man, this guy is not. He's like, the day of reckoning is coming, and I'm like, what does that mean for us? He's like, oh, we're good, because our department, we get our shit done. We got a good team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Him, this Ukrainian, this girl from Ukraine. I got two other girls and an architect, and then like our boss, like our department boss, Simone, and we're very tight knit, and we get shit done. We hold each other down. You know what I mean? So I don't know, So I mean, like, as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, I stay focused and get my shit done. I ain't gotta hear nobody nothing. I fuck with CEO's head one day. I fuck with him his head all the time.
And was he like
came up to? I walked up to him, and like he didn't. Well, he's like a Jew, but he's not a Jew. It's weird.
Okay.
He's like, but like he's mad cool. He's like super calm. He's like
right.
And so like I walked in the office one day, and he looked at me. And so he gave me like a fist bump, right? And I was like, yo, my man. And I gave him a fist bump. And he just looked at me crazy. I was just like, and I didn't know what to think. I was like, yeah, my man, you my guy. So I'm gonna go to my desk now and fuck off. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So But ever since then, he's mad cool. And like, I don't have everybody's number and shit. So like, I don't got no reason to call the CEO, right?
No.
So he calls my phone one day. Well, first he sent me like an email, like, yo, this is my number, give me a call when you get a second. But I was in traffic. So I didn't get the email until I got home. But like when I got home, he was already calling me. So I picked up the phone. And it was mad funny. He was like, Ronald. I was like, what? Not like what? Like, hey, how you doing? How you doing,
Right.
Nasser? That's his name, Nasser. I'm like, how you doing? And he's like, you're in trouble now. And I was just like, I'm like, oh shit. I thought I was really in trouble for a
So
second.
you're
And
in
he was
trouble
like,
because I got your number.
exactly, jackpot. He was like, I got your number. I can call you whenever I want. And I'm like,
Yep.
yo, just please be nice to me. He was like, I can't promise that. He was like, but I got your number now. So I'm like, oh
Yep.
shit.
And
So
my job, once you give a supervisor your number, is over. Non-stop phone calls.
Bro, you don't even know. My phone just be going off the go off. I be ready to crack somebody's head open when I go back to work.
Because I
luckily enough, this weekend, bro, I've been working like six days a week lately. This is my first weekend off that I've had 2 days off.
Yeah, every time I talk to you at work.
Chill, you know what I mean? And no, my phone, my work phone, it's been dormant. See, there's no notifications for anything. So like, it's been a nice weekend. So hopefully tomorrow when I go into work, it'll be cool. I think I had one of my workers, because he'll call all the time, and he'll just be like, he's an old dude. He's an old black dude from Crown Heights.
Ah,
and he just talks. He talks just to talk, and I'm just like, yo, man, I'm laying in the bed. I'm not even trying to hear you right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go somewhere with that shit.
Yeah, my man Lance was calling me at 10 in the morning. He watches the show. I think, he was calling me like 10 in the morning. I was like, yo, bro. Because he puts in bets, so he never wins. I think he's like 0 for whatever in bets. He lost mad money on bets. So every time I talk to him, I'm like, yo, I won $500, $600. And he was calling me like 10 o'clock in the morning talking about what bets. I looked at that shit. I was like, doop. I was like, yo, I'll text you when I wake up. Son. I ain't. I mean, like, yo, you know this, but he's from Queensbridge. So the thing, and it's not where he's from, but the thing is, he don't know how I operate. Like, he don't know my sleeping habits.
Where's he from? Queensbridge?
Yeah, from Queensbridge. Yeah.
Oh,
matter of fact, you know the song "The Bridge," the bridge. What that's MC Shan, right?
Yeah.
Marley Marl and them. Yeah. It was filmed. He says it was filmed in his apartment. It was filmed in his mother's apartment, is what he says.
Really?
That's what he told me. Yep.
There was a video to it.
The song was filmed. Well, it was recorded. The song was recorded in his apartment. Yeah, in his mother's apartment. It was recorded. That's what he told me.
That's crazy.
I didn't do a fact check on it, but that's what he told me. That MC Shan and then.
Well, I mean, like I know a few people from Queensbridge. They all really kind of know each other.
Yeah, it's a small world in there.
It's like a guy that, like, at my job, he grew up in Marcy Projects, and like his brother was like Jay's bodyguard before Jay was like on Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like in the very, like he did security for Jay-Z.
It's really a small community.
Nah, yeah. Everybody kind of knows everybody. So
the only thing is, like with Queensbridge, I know it's so huge, but you still know.
No, right? Yeah, I mean, you know who's who. Like I do the same. I mean, I kind of got the same thing. Like when like we was chilling yesterday, and I linked my man with the guy I do music through. You know what I'm saying? His label or whatever. My man Divino, and like we were sitting down and having like an appetizer, tapas. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we all kind of, even though like we all, this is like the first time we're all hanging out together, like we all like realized we knew like a lot of the same people. You know,
right?
so,
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
same with
So like,
him, because go ahead, continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
no. I wasn't saying anything important. I was just saying, like, you know what I mean. Like the world, like if you really think about it, like New York is like very big, but New York is small at the same time. Especially in the world that you really trying to cut into and shit. Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of knows everybody, so it's like, like
Now look,
me. It don't matter where I go, I see somebody I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, always somebody's like, "Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good?" You know what I'm saying? So,
6 degrees. Now look what that shit says. Another shade of blue.
go Big Blue.
You don't show up to the show, I'm gonna start hacking the show. So it's like,
We gonna cut this thing up in little pieces, man.
yeah, like you know what I mean. But what does it say? Oh, so yeah, so like with him, like he shocked me because he out of nowhere he comes up. He's like, "Yo, I don't want to say the name, but he was like, remember what's his name?" He's like, "So you was living in Woodside Projects when what's his name got killed?" And I looked at him and I say, "Hell yeah." And he was like, "Yo, that's crazy." So he knows people from Woodside Projects, Astoria Projects, Queens. He was naming people I grew up with. So it was kind of, but he's an older guy. He's like 20, he's like 53, 54. And it's,
Mm-hmm.
but he was telling me some crazy stuff. Like, uh, yeah, that was one of his stories. Like, and the same thing with like, it's a small community too, because like my grandfather Phil ran a community center in Queensbridge. And he was real good friends with what's his name's mother, Roxanne Shante. He was good friends with her mother. And when my
Mm-hmm.
dad went out there to see him, he introduced him to Roxanne and the mom and everything. Like, this is a small community. It really is. Like, you'll be shocked who knows who. And
Well, I mean, and you got to think about it. Like, people feel like people that, like, you know what I'm saying, like people we look at as like stars or whatever are like unfathomable and unreachable, unattainable. But like being out there in the world and meeting a lot of different people, like you realize, not I mean, you know that they're no different than you as people, but it's like, being around them, like nature. I was like, I told you about that,
yeah,
right?
he told me about that. That shocked me. Not shocked me, but it was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm.
No, I'd see him every day, and so he would ask me for a cigarette every day, and I'm like, "You're fucking nature. I should be giving me a cigarette."
Right.
But
Oh well.
no. He's very humble. I take that back because he's very humble. Like he was very humble. So like I had no problem like kicking it with him for a second, and while he
KG
doing
was
what he's
good.
doing, huh?
He was good. He was good.
No, yeah,
He's not
yeah.
called Mega in them, but he was good.
No, not at all.
Um,
Yeah.
like he knows Gaddafi, whatever, Chad, or whatever. So I told him the story you had or whatever. It's just yeah, it's like 6 degrees of
What
separation.
he say to that? What he
No,
say
he
to
said
that?
that he's right. That you're right. That he's like off the chain. He's he's a loose
Nah,
cannon.
he's a fucking asshole. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I'll never do no business with him.
No, he was telling me the same
Nah,
thing that he was always like a loose cannon and stuff.
I
That
don't. You can't. I don't trust nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fuck all that shit, man. Where you just like, you trying to be
business
hard all the time.
tactics.
They're not even business tactics. It's very crackheadish things that he does.
You know,
And
Noid.
not, I never met him. No.
They was walking around with him like he was a celebrity. I used to see him in Steinway all the time. I was like, he's not even good though. I was like, I don't see what the big deal about having Noid around is. I was like, what type of clout does that give you? If Noid could
Yeah.
come on the show, I wouldn't even address him like that. Oh, what's up? I mean, it wasn't, but
I
yeah, a
mean,
lot of
there's some people that are like, I know there's a lot of people in Brooklyn that I've come into contact with, and like Smith and Wesson,
he knows.
Illy,
Yeah,
um.
he knows Buckshot in them too. He was telling me. Dress from Black
Well,
Sheep. He knows Dress.
it was funny. My man at work one day he pulled up on me the other day, like literally like 2-3 days ago. he pulled up on me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, you listen to Smith and Wesson?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? I love Boot Camp Click.
Yep, me too. Yep.
I love the whole
Love
shit."
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he's like, "Yo." I don't even know how he got on the subject, man. Like he just popped up, like, "Yo, you listen to Smith Wesson?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, text my brother." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, he's not." He's like, "Yo, check this out." And I walked over to his truck, and he hit his phone and hit the FaceTime. And sure enough, Tech picked up the phone. Like, what's going on?
Oh shit.
He was like, "Yo, I'm chilling with my man." He said he was a fan of music, and I'm like, "Oh." And I met Tech before. I met him at the Sean Price thing. So like,
Okay. Yep.
yeah. So like, I was like, "Yo, like, I don't know if you remember, we met like few years pre-pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But like, we met a few years ago. My homegirl Taisha, because Taisha." And he's like, "Oh, yo, I know Ty." You know what I'm saying? Because Taisha is cool with Sean Price's wife, Burn to Death. So like,
Okay.
yeah, and she did a lot of work with Steel and a couple of different people from Duck Down. So I mean, dealing with her, I mean, like I see a lot. I met like Large Professor. I think he was the one that he popped up and he was like, "It was good," and I was just looking at him like, "Yo, you're a Large Professor though." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Large
you
Professor
that guy.
doesn't look like the Large Professor, right? He looks like
Yeah.
somebody you would not even think was him in a way.
He's not even that big of a dude,
He's
so it's
not even
funny
that
that
big
you.
of a dude. He got the glasses, but he don't even have like designer glasses. He got like the birth control glasses. He got like a hat. Like, yeah, he just don't even look like somebody you would think was Large Professor. But that dude is dope though.
Yeah,
That dude is
yeah.
dope. But that
So
Jared didn't
I
come
met
to
him.
the show, bro.
He didn't come to the.
But
I
not
met a
even
lot
like
of people though. I just thought about it. Come across a lot of people.
yeah, you tend to have a lot of run-ins because you network a lot. So you kind of just have like that
I don't
association
even.
thing.
But a lot of people that bump into is not even not
They're out of
networking. Or
network
yeah, it's just kind of just like bumping into people and just like in the street, just like,
because
I'm like,
you're
"Oh
around.
shit." Yeah,
You move around a lot. You just all over the place. That's the thing.
yeah.
One day you're in
Yeah.
Queens, the other day you're in Staten Island, and you're in Brooklyn, Lower East Side. Then you're up in the Heights. You're in Dykeman. Every time I talk to you, you're somewhere else. You don't hold still to one place in New York. You're just
Yeah.
everywhere. Then you're in Long Island. You're up by my parents' house, and you everywhere.
I know a lot of people.
You do. I always say that. I always tell everyone that you do have you have a big circle that you could, if you are going to be a head coach, you could fill out a staff.
I have a small circle. I just know a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's only like a few people that I would go to for anything of significance. I feel like.
Well,
There's you.
Yep. Ryan, right? I'm gonna guess Ryan.
Yeah, but he can't because he gets wrapped up in his own life. So I mean, like,
Okay.
I don't. He's my man, and I love him. That's my brother, but like, he's not. He's only reliable to a point.
Like me.
Nah,
I'm
but
not
you're reliable,
reliable at all.
huh?
I'm not the most reliable at all. I'm always in some shit.
Yeah, but if I really needed you to come down here for something, I
I
think you
would.
could do it.
You know I would. Mm-hmm. I would. No doubt.
So a couple of my dudes that live upstairs, I consider them like that. My man Davino, my man Will, but he moved to Boston, so he's not even here no more.
You over there with Todd?
Yeah, congratulations to him. He's having his first child. Yeah, he moved up there with some girl, and it was good for him because he's from Harlem, and so like he was getting tired. It was stressing him out.
Yeah, Harlem will wear on you after a while.
Well, he lives in the projects too, so he lives in St. Nicholas projects. So it's like that shit was. that shit was wearing him down. Where he was just like, I'm good. Like I don't want to do something else. Like I mean, he didn't use the girl to go up there. He just met a girl and they were going back and forth, and he was hanging out with her, and they fell in love, and so she wanted him to move in, and he moved in. So that's outside of like you and a couple of, that's like probably my best friend.
Will. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Will. Big shout out
Yeah.
to Will.
Yeah. But yeah, he moved up to Boston. So, but he comes down once in a while. So it's not like he he moved to like fucking Alaska and you'll never see him again. Just. So I mean, like I hit him up on FaceTime, he'll answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we talk shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, other than that, I don't really. I just know a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot of people, but it's just like you know what I mean. What I consider like the circle is like people that like that hit me up, that give a fuck. There's not a lot of people that do that.
No. Nope.
Like we can go
Jared.
hang out and have fun and do whatever, but like if you know what I'm saying, like what I consider a true friend is somebody that like it doesn't even have to hit me up, like just like a once in a while text message, like yo, you good?
Right.
And that's that.
Not
So
like what Jared did to us tonight and just don't show up. Like that is on some
I mean, it is what it is. We talked about it, so I mean, I'm not even.
But the whole show was to celebrate him and his team, and
Maybe he felt like I was gonna shit on that or something. I don't know.
maybe, because but then remember
I wasn't going to.
he accused us of going for the Cowboys last week. Remember we were like, no, why did we go for the Cowboys for? We wasn't going. He thinks we're against him and everything. We're like, we wasn't going for the Cowboys. We were going for you guys. We wasn't going for the Cowboys.
No.
We got to get some guys on the show too. We got to get Todd back on the show. Got to get James on the show. James said he get Jason make an appearance on the show. We got to get some people on the show. I would get Steve Barrett to talk about his Buffalo Bills on the show and ask him some questions about Joe Shane, our new GM. I would love to ask him questions about that.
I'd ask my man to be on the show, but I know he won't do it because he don't like talking sports with people that he don't consider athletes.
Oh, okay.
He's very, very like, because like Jared will say something. He's done it to me too, where he'll you know what I'm saying, we'll talk, and like I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know football like that because I never played football. Like I played basketball, but I play football. So there's certain things like we'll talk and shit, and I'll say something, and he'll be like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. And
which is because they know the game in and out.
Yeah.
Play the game.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? So he can. I would ask him to be on the show, but I know how like disruptive he can be. He's not disruptive. He's a nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But like, if somebody says something stupid, he's just gonna be like, "Yo, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like that.
You just see a big X on his shit. Like Jared be like, "Joop, joop."
No, he's so blunt. He's so blunt all the time.
Yeah, Jared kick his ass right out of here. Jared be like, he gotta go. X.
Listen.
Well, Jared has the guy from CBS that my dad actually likes. I forget his name. Jared's friends with him or whatever. Yeah. He's a big Met fan and Giant head like us and Knicks and everything. So he was supposed to come. Jared said he's going to bring him on the show, but Jared's scared to bring him on the show because he says we're going to get on him. But I say, how are we going to get on the guy if we like the same teams? I was like,
I wouldn't get on him anyways.
Because that's an honor to have him on the show. I mean, I want clout. I want people that bring what they call like stability and credit to the show. You know, like some type of, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, but if he's the same fans as us, why would we get on him for? That's the thing. I wouldn't get on another Met fan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't diss another Met fan unless you over there talk about like spreading clickbait and like that Met fan I had beef with on YouTube. Yeah, like that dude, because you're clickbaiting, you're telling lies and stuff like that. Like, but
yeah,
we won't jump on somebody. You like the same teams I like. We on the same side of everything. So it's like, you know. But Jared, we missed you this episode. You didn't make it.
Miss you, Jared.
You didn't make it.
Call it a wrap today,
Yep.
man. We did it under 2
Congratulations.
hours.
Congratulations on your 49ers.
Under 2 hours.
Under
Did a
2
show under 2
hours.
hours.
Now, I can't lie to him. I am going for the Rams because just in the fact that they will be a better Super Bowl with them, it'd be more entertaining. To me, the 49ers are kind of slow and boring. It'd be more, and they're home. It's more entertaining to watch the Rams in the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Not because Jared likes the 49ers, but I am pulling for the Rams. But congratulations to Jared and his 49ers, because I know some of his 49er friends watch the show. So it's good for them.
To Jared.
You see, it's right there at the bottom of the screen. You can't get any more blunt than that. But then I'm gonna flip this real quick.
13-10.
13-10. We're gonna go Big Blue. We got Joe Shane joining the reins from the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully, we get. They're talking to Brian Flores so maybe we get Flores as coach. What's he, Brooklyn or Bronx? I think Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
He's Brooklyn, right? I think Flores is from Brooklyn. Bed-Stuy, I think they said. So, yeah, you get or Brownsville, one of that. So, you get, so anyway, great episode. I love you, my brother. Lisa, I love you. And remember, you are invited to, you and Lisa invited to Angel's Thing at that restaurant, the 13th, February 13th.
Got it. So, all right, man.
Love you, Jared. It's a shame you didn't make it, but congratulations, my brother. Thank you, everyone, for watching and commenting.
Love you, Jared.
Love you, Jared. And I love you, my brother.
Love
and
you
I'll
too,
see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.